INEC washes hands of Imo Supreme Court judgments. The Independent National Electoral Commission INEC has washed the hands of the controversial Imo Guba verdict delivered by the Supreme Court that returned the All Progressive Congress to the Douglas House, Owerri. As we all know, the Apex Court had on January 14, 2020, declared Senator Hope Uzodinma of the All Progressive Congress that came a distant fourth winner of the gubernatorial election held in the state. Justice Kekerekun, while delivering the judgment, said, with the results from the 388 polling units added, Mr. Uzodinma polled a majority of the lawful votes and ought to have been declared the winner of the election by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. But speaking to the stakeholders, INEC told them to hold the Supreme Court responsible for the reversal of the 2019 governorship election result, which the Commission declared on the state. Reports had it that the electoral body has made the comment on Monday during the stakeholders sensitization exercise on the creation of new polling units in Owerri, the capital of Imo State. The resident electoral commissioner in the state, Professor Francis Ezono, called on stakeholders to press upon the National Assembly for a legislation to bear the Apex Court from usurping its function of collating, tabulating, and announcing election results. Earlier in his reaction, the Imo State Secretary of the People's Democratic Party, Honorable Ray Emana, queried INEC for its inability to defend the outcome of a transparent 2019 governorship election, which it conducted in Imo State, and also wondered if INEC would claim to be neutral even when it declared a political party winner without a candidate in the Imo North senatorial by-election. Many other political leaders and stakeholders took turns to air their grievances, all of which pointed out a looming political apathy in the state. The belief is that electoral votes may no longer count, as a few political actors only compromise the judiciary to upturn the collective wishes of the people. Again, Ojukwu's wife blasts APGA's leadership for extorting aspirants to get parties tickets. Bianca Ojukwu, late Dim Chukwuemeka Ojukwu's wife, has called out the leadership of APGA over what she perceived as undue exploitation of aspirants under the party platform, all in the name of giving them the party ticket. Mrs. Ojukwu, who played a key role in 2017 governorship campaign that returned the incumbent governor, Willie Obiano, as re-elected, has been vocal in recent times in attacking Obiano and the national chairman of the party, Chief Victor Oye, for allegedly turning the party to a cash-and-carry organization. It will interest you to know that Bianca's grouse with the party's hierarchy had started when she was denied the ticket of the party to contest Anambra South senatorial seat under circumstances she described as unfair. In recent posts on social media, the APGA national chairman, Chief Oye, had sought support to commence work on a 4-story structure to house the new APGA state secretariat. Meanwhile, the late Biafran warlord's widow claimed that the party's leadership is taking every election season as an opportunity to milk aspirants in the name of giving them the party's tickets. Referring to 3 pictures she shared on her Facebook handle, Mrs. Ojukwu said that the first picture was a foundation laying ceremony for this same secretariat shortly after APGA governor Obiano assumed office, that is over 7 years ago, with the promise of building a befitting structure for the party within months. She then stated that, according to Chief Oye, APGA national chairman, the party raised over ₦1 billion during the last APGA primaries. So why can't he use some of these funds in completing the party's headquarters and secretariat at Oka? Apparently, the plan has changed to a 4-story building, which he intends to complete before the November 6 elections as per his fundraising letter, she noted. She stated further that the completion of a simple bungalow that could not be achieved in 7 years will miraculously be achieved by transforming to a 4-story edifice in 5 months. Bianca, however, asked if it is the best option to set up yet another money mop-up scheme for APGA gubernatorial aspirants or other political office aspirants by this solicitation of funds after the scandalous mop-up in the lead-up to APGA's 2018 primaries, which cost the party so dearly. More especially in a situation where Ozombu Victor will invariably act true to his nature of highest bidder when decision time comes up, she added. Awurum Eze is not an ESN operative, IPOB replies Army, reveals the next move. The Indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has reacted to reports that the Nigerian Army captured one Awurum Eze, who is reportedly an IPOB second in command, a member of the Eastern Security Network, ESN. The group in a press statement on Thursday denied the report, adding that the said man, Eze, is too old to be an ESN operative, let alone being Ikonso's second in command. Could you imagine? However, the statement signed by IPOB's press secretary, Mr. Emma Powerful, described the report as cheap propaganda. The Nigerian security agents should stop making mockery of themselves. Arrest of innocent Biafrans and labeling them ESN operatives cannot make you overpower the gallant ESN operative, he said. Powerful disclosed that Eze's arrest was due to his dispute he had with his traditional ruler, who gave his contact to the security agents, alleging that he belongs to ESN. Meanwhile, the group alleged that there was a plot by Nigerian security forces to reduce Biafra population through the ongoing secret abductions and killing of innocent Biafrans after tagging them IPOB and ESN member, he added. He said this wicked plot, which started in Imo State, is now gaining momentum across the entire Biafra land through the collaboration of some traitors in the mode of Supreme Court Administrator of Imo State, Hope Uzodinma, and his likes. Now, a review of our stories. INEC washes hands off the nonsense Supreme Court judgment that brought Hope Uzodinma to power. INEC, just like Pontius Pilate, he said, he asked for water, they brought water. He washed his hand, he said, I am not part of letting this man's blood. He is innocent, as in the case of Jesus. So that is what INEC is doing now. My hand no day. This Supreme Court judgment, too, not be my hand. My hand no day inside, though. That is to tell you, there is something fishy. Meanwhile, INEC is not sincere to itself at all. That is the fact. You know, on a normal day, INEC should have been the one to stand for Emeka Ihedioha. And not just standing for Emeka Ihedioha, to stand by the result of the election they conducted. It wouldn't even get to the point of a fourth position man becoming the winner. It shows INEC is indeed not independent as their name implies. They call the body Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, an indication that it is independent and not influenced by anyone, even the government. But that is not the case. INEC failing to stand by the election result is declared shows they are dictated upon. Of course, we understand electoral laws provide for Supreme Court to look into elections conducted and, where necessary, by legal process, effect a change. We understand that. That is noted. In spite of this, INEC would not just remain mute while the Supreme Court upturns a clearly won election victory And you know the worst thing? Giving the victory to someone who didn't even come close to win, who we are not sure even did campaign. A fourth position candidate. An independent, credible, and reliable organization like INEC, if it's indeed independent, was supposed to get angry, interfere. They're supposed to say, we are not happy with this. This election was free and fair. For them, for the Supreme Court to obtain the whole victory, INEC is supposed to protest. You know, I'm so disappointed in INEC and the Supreme Court. I'm mostly disappointed in the Supreme Court. I don't see it as a body that, going by the name it was called. It's only supreme in nonsense by that act. I'm so disappointed. Now, on the second story, Bianca Ojukwu and this APGA disagreements. You know, since Eze Buruburu's departure, it appears the APGA leadership sidelined Bianca. You know, this is a party her husband built. Yes? Influenced with his level and stature in the society. Ojukwu is one of the leaders of APGA. It's like Ojukwu formed APGA, or he formed APGA with some people. It's a political party he's so much influenced. And that influence helped people like Peter Obi and the present governor, Obiano, to come to power. He gave them a stage. But based on our observations and having listened to lots of people, it's as if the moment her husband died, the party began to tell her, you have overstayed your welcome. She became no longer relevant to them. Someone even ranted that she's so ambitious because she's eyeing senatorial seats in Anambra, because she's a woman. Or maybe she's even eyeing governor. Another said, she's from Enugu. She doesn't have the right to contest. But I like the reply of one elder. He said, being married to an Anambra man, even she's from Enugu, makes her an Anambra person. And she has equal right like every other Anambra person. And I agree with that. I agree so much with that. Being married to an Anambra man gives her the right of every other person in Anambra. You know, several things have been said about this lady, and it's like she's been marginalized in a party that her husband helped lift. You can imagine that. She couldn't even get seats in APGA to contest election. Where do they want her to go? It's been fight all the way. It appears there is an enemy that APGA must suppress, and she's now the enemy. Could you imagine that? Recently, even Obiano's wife took a swipe on her too. Everybody's like, oh, let me take my own turn. Bianca's husband provided a platform, or among those that provided this platform, for these particular people who are doing this to stand, to climb. Anyway, let me leave this matter for viewers. I realize Ojukwu's eldest son is still in APGA. I don't really want to talk about the alleged extortion, but I will talk about it. I know it's something that is common with several of these parties, especially Nigerian political parties, but I need to talk about it. You know, guys are fond of every year, donations, we need to build this project. Like in my village, there's a particular project that lasted for almost 10 years. Each year, end of the year, people will donate money, gather money for the project to be completed. And they will say, oh, we have gotten what we want. Next year again, they start raising funds for the same project. A particular villainier visited and he told them, he donated money, I think he donated 5 million to that project. And he told them, this is the end. Next year, if you go about telling people that you are raising funds for that project, you will see what I'll do to you. And thank God, finally, they have finished that project. And that is the case of this APGA building. Bianca is raising alarm about, even though I think that is not where her complaints should go, or should. I think there's something she's trying to say beyond that. That is it. A project that refused to be completed. They keep raising money. Obiano, 7 years, he came to power. He promised to finish the project in months. Now, this is the same project. Victor Oye is still looking for funds to complete. Meanwhile, like I said, Bianca is trying to make a statement, and Bianca should be respected. That she's from Enugu doesn't matter. Her husband helped to build that party, and she deserves respect. She deserves to contest, and I think her ticket on any seat you want to contest should be automatic. That's my opinion. Except the governorship seat. If I'm asked to give my opinion. Some people will say, why is she even still interested in Nigeria politics? After all, her husband spearheaded Biafra. Who knows whether this is why she's not getting the desired support. Viewers, add your comment, tell us what you think. Please, if you have not subscribed to our channel, subscribe. Click on the bell icon to get our updates anytime it drops. Bye for now.